Small businesses, big ideas. Now, what started in 2000 as an Atlanta-based restaurant has grown into a brand with over 400 locations all over the country. Joining me now is Paul Damico. He is the president of Moe's Southwest Grill. Damico, is that
Damico.
right? Damico. Good to see you, Paul.
Thanks for having
if you're
me.
Paul and your last name is Damico, who's Moe?
Moe is a mythical character.
There's no Moe?
There's no real Moe. He's a mythical character that we use in some of our marketing. Yeah.
Wow.
The original acronym started with musicians, outlaws, and entertainers. And that's how we came up with our playlist and some of the DNA behind the brand, but there's no real Moe.
All right, well, we've got food here, and we got a restaurant sells on the food,
Yes.
not on the steak, not the sizzle. But talk about the ancillary reasons that people come into Moe's. You have an incredible song list based on artists who are dead, right?
The dearly departed. We call them the dearly departed playlist. The artists have to be deceased. That is part of the brand DNA, if you will. Our guests love the environment that Moe's has to offer, and that playlist is part of that.
And we should mention, by the way, this is a franchise. The franchisees have to kick in $30,000 to begin, right?
$30,000 franchise fee.
And then what, do they get about a 5% cut of what they make?
We get a 5%
You get a 5%
cut of what they
cut?
make, yes.
Yeah, they get 95%.
Yes.
But how has business been? Have you had any dropouts recently in the past year?
In 2009 was a bit of a rough year with the restaurant industry as a whole, but our first quarter is one of the best quarters that we've seen in 2010. Our sales are up, our franchise sales are up.
And the good thing about franchises is they put so much skin in the game to begin with. You're putting in $30,000. You're willing to really ride out the storm, aren't you?
It's more than $30,000. In some cases, they're putting their life savings into this restaurant, and that's our obligation to make sure that they're successful.
Do you go beyond just providing them with the recipes and everything to help them out when times are rough?
We do. We supply them with phenomenal training. We provide them with design and construction assistance, and we provide them with really awesome food and recipes and a system that works and is proven.
And quickly, before we get to the food, what about loans? Do you provide them with any access to banks that you might have that they wouldn't?
We have some preferred lenders, but we're working on a new product right now that will help our franchisees get access to capital faster and with a higher probability of really a loan coming.
Okay, now as I mentioned before, the key to a restaurant is food. What makes your food different?
Our food is grilled. All of our meats are grilled fresh every day.
You really focus. You don't even have freezers, do you?
We have freezers, we have no microwaves. It's all about the freshness. We have 25 fresh ingredients. So the combination of those ingredients, coupled with 5 different proteins and vegan-friendly, vegetarian-friendly, allow our guests to customize almost anything on the menu.
And customers keep coming back.
Yeah, our sales are positive right now.
Return rate is very strong.
Very, very strong.
You also have, by the way, Moe's glasses and a whole lot of other ancillary items that you have to sell the product. Well, congratulations. What are your projections for next year? Big growth?
Big growth, big positive sales growth, and numbers of restaurants, and more franchisees in the system.
Paul Damico, the name of the restaurant is Moe's. Chances are there's one in your neighborhood. We are gearing up for the final hour of trading. The market's turned a little sour.